Welcome back to Kumamoto. It is second round action all day today here at the Kumamoto Masters. The 27th of 30 World Tour events on the calendar for 2025. Well, next up, we turn our attention to the second men's singles of the day. And it features the number 8 seed, Alwi Farhan, the former world junior champion, the vastly experienced and attacking player of Wang Tzu Wei. Well, this match is from the top half of the draw, and we only have 3 seeds in this top half because sadly, before the tournament got underway, the former world champion and the Olympic silver medalist Kumamoto was the number 1 seed, and sadly he had to withdraw. So Kodai Naraoka, number 4 seed, is moved to the number 1 position right at the top of the draw. And incidentally, we'll be seeing a little later on Rasmus Genka against Pranoy. Pranoy playing his first tournament after a 5-week layoff with a back injury, so we'll look forward to seeing him a little later on. So the men's singles draw, well, I can tell you that former world champion Go Kenyu in the bottom half of the draw, he's coming through his match, so too has Lucky Sen, and we are guaranteed a new name on the trophy because no former champions in the lineup for this year's draw, and only 1 finalist, and that was last year's beaten finalist, Young Jun Hao, who lost in the very first round. So the players on course for our 5th match of the day. Men's singles, Alwi Farhan against Wang Tzu Wei. Now, surprisingly, this is a first ever meeting between these 2 players. I say surprisingly, I suppose it's not altogether surprising.
Rat? Oh, sorry.
Whoops.
Rat.
Toss of the coin.
You think right? And this is the side.
So I think Alwi Farhan won the toss of the coin and chose to receive. And I was talking about the fact they've never met each other before. I suppose Alwi Farhan, this is really only his 2nd year playing on the World Tour, and the 1st year where he's played these higher tier of tournaments. This is a 500 event, and there's 4 tiers. We start at 300 on the HSBC BWF World Tour, then 500, 750 and 1,000. So he's only 20 years of age, as you can see. Won the World Junior Championships 2 years ago in Spokane in the United States of America. And he's 17 on the world ranking, which is just 1 place down from his career high, where he spent 1 week just not so long ago, just a couple of weeks ago. He's making his 2nd appearance at this tournament. Last year he had to battle through the qualifying before losing in the first round. In the first round here, he played against a player promoted from the qualifying, Kumamoto. 2 straight games, as you can see, in 42 minutes. So to the vastly experienced Wang Tzu Wei, who's 30 years of age now, from the Taipei, and his world ranking down at 32 at the moment. There, look, you can see, he has been a top 10 player, a total of 7 consecutive weeks. That was in February, back in 2021, 4 years ago. Now, like his opponents, he hadn't won a match here or got through the first round, I should say, but of course Alwi Farhan won a match in the qualifying a year ago. He's lost Wang Tzu Wei in the first round of the last 2 occasions that he's played at the Kumamoto Masters. Had to play against the qualifier Take in the first round, came from a game down 18-20, he lost the first game. He eventually won 24-22 in that deciding game. Won eventually on his 4th match point opportunity. So our court officials for this one are from Thailand and Japan. The tournament referees always try and ensure neutrality with our court officials in every match that international players play. Alwi Farhan's coach, Indra Jaya. Oh, both of them taking time to get themselves finally ready for the start of the second round match. Well, poor old Wang Tzu Wei has had numerous injury problems over the year. You can see that his left knee is heavily strapped. He's had a persistent back injury as well.
Okay.
Alwi Farhan has enjoyed success this year. He won his first ever World Tour title. That was in Macau, a Super 300 event. Compare that to Wang Tzu Wei, who hasn't been in a final or won a title for
Ladies and
6
gentlemen,
years.
on my right, Alwi Farhan, Indonesia. And on my left, Wang Tzu Wei, Chinese Taipei. Wang Tzu Wei to serve. Love more. Play.
So this second round men's singles match gets underway. Alwi Farhan, the seeded player, number 8 seed, enjoying a little bit of luck there.
Service goal. One last. Two love.
Neither of these players played last week with the Korean R16. That's right. Look at that.
Three love.
The disguised drop shot played to perfection. Alwi Farhan. Missed it. Looks a little nervous to me, this man. Oh, well, he has got a lethal smash when he's in position. Good angles. Pushed him back and forth, and that's why he was able to play them off. Yeah. Pulled out of position by Farhan by taking the next shot early. Look how he lunges forward to play that little block. Sets himself up so perfectly for winning this match. Oh, he's going to challenge. Alwi Farhan wants to challenge that. I thought it may have clipped the line. But the instant review will tell us for sure. It's early on in the match to be challenging, isn't it? Oh, but he was absolutely right. Good challenge. And a wry smile from Alwi Farhan.
Play.
I've seen him a couple of times at the hotel, the tournament hotel early this week. And this is good morning, Neymar. Very nice. Very nice. constant pressure from the young Indonesian. Oh, she's got talent, isn't it? Would you believe it? Yeah, nice. I think that's what Wang Tzu Wei has got to kind of more of. Instead of sitting back, as it were, and allowing Farhan to dictate the pace and command the rallies, I think Wang Tzu Wei needs to take more initiative himself. Now, I didn't like that. After that rally, he held his back. And that's a little twist of the back there as well. As I was saying before, it's an ongoing problem. Obviously, it's still an issue. Beautiful. That's magnificent control on that push.
9-2.
Look how he's made Wang Tzu Wei change direction. The cross-court net shots force Wang Tzu Wei to stop and then move in a different direction. It's much more energy sapping than just running in a straight line. Nice. Oh, he's challenging that as well. Well, he was right the first time. He wasn't right that time. Good smash from Wang Tzu Wei.
Service 3-9. Play.
Had to move from his backhand side at the net to then Alwi Farhan hitting Wang Tzu Wei's forehand side. And this is what I was alluding to just a moment ago. He's always making his opponent change direction. Young Indonesian. Oh, that's well taken though. Little flash with that push from Farhan. Yep, there's the strapping on the back. Error on that smash though, and it means that Alwi Farhan, the number 8 seed from Indonesia, has a 7-point advantage here in the opening game of this second round encounter. Only 7 minutes played. Blistering start by Alwi Farhan.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds.
had a good All-England Championship earlier this year, did Wang Tzu Wei, reached the quarter-final stage. He's also been in a couple of semi-finals in the Indonesian Masters in his home event in Taipei. Oh, that's found the line, that's a beauty. But I think it was the All-England where lots of people sat up and took notice, because in the first round he beat Lu Guangzhou of China, and in the second round put out the number 2 seed, Anders Antonsen, in 2 straight games, 10 and 13. He's always a dangerous player, this Wang Tzu Wei. But at the moment, Alwi Farhan just isn't letting his opponent settle into the match at all. Oh, that's a bad misjudgment from Wang Tzu Wei. It's brilliant. That's 2 or 3 winners are placed directly at his opponent from Farhan. Wang Tzu Wei's coach looking a little bit concerned right now. That's understandable. There's another error from his racket. Well, I certainly wouldn't have predicted this sort of a start. I thought this would be a really close encounter. It might be yet, you know. Good defence. This is the sort of rally I was expecting. Super. That will do his confidence a world of good. Longest rally so far, I'm not surprised at that. 31 shots. He's beginning to find his range with his attacking shots. Previous winner was hit straight down the forehand side of the Indonesian, that time aiming towards his backhand side. That's good variation. More points, and then all of a sudden it's believable again. Oh, what you do against that? That is just simply delightful from this man, Farhan. I think it's within the first couple of rallies he hits a disguised cross-court drop like that. He's been the winner again. That's super. There's another one to the body, but that's well back. Just behind the back shot from Wang Tzu Wei. Moment of magic. Now, when he's got his attack going, he really is a very, very impressive player, Wang Tzu Wei. Six of the last 7 points to this man. That's what you call a shift in momentum. Seven of the last 8 points. Remember, he was 5-15 down. Four courts in action. Kumamoto. Well, he must have changed his mind, surely. Completely mistimed that shot. As I was saying earlier about taking more initiative, and Wang Tzu Wei is doing precisely that. And because he's doing that, he's winning rallies. It's been wide.
14-17.
No. Who would have thought? That could be costly. And it was Farhan. Look how he's hovering, ready and waiting to pounce had that have come over. And I suspect his positioning there actually forced Wang Tzu Wei into home. Needing to be mocked after the dive there from Alwi Farhan. Just played 2 tournaments in the European leg of the tour. Denmark and France. Alwi Farhan. It's the second round. The final be reached in France, having lost in the first round in Denmark. Super. 16-18. 11 of the last 14 points to Wang Tzu Wei. And now, just 2 points in it. Having been 10 points adrift. 1 point in it. What a comeback. and he's back level.
18.
It's 18 all. Well, well, well. From 5:15 down. Simply amazing. Oh, it's wide by a whisker. He's challenging, but I saw that as just wide.
Out.
And maybe a bit of a sideways drift. May have brought it back in, but no, it didn't. So no challenges left for Alwi Farhan.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenge remaining. 19, 18. Play.
Super. Well, well,
20,
well.
game point, 18.
15 of the last 18 points and 2 game point opportunities for Wang Tzu Wei. Well, he started taking initiative as I thought he needed to. You've got to hand him credit. I don't think that Alwi Farhan has done particularly much wrong. Nice.
Semifinal, 19, 20.
One of the game points well saved by the Indonesian.
You saw him. Wang, you saw him.
Our players still not happy with the court attendance mocking. Well, regardless of who wins this opening game, it's a real lesson in why you never give up in a game of badminton. Anything is possible. Comebacks. Nice block. Opening game to Wang Tzu Wei of Chinese Taipei. 21-19, having been 5-15 down. That is simply remarkable. And look at the sheer delight in taking that opening game. Opening game in 22 minutes. 21-19.
所以我说你可以先给一样过线轮网，然后他给你接网之后，你再看要搓，还是你要把它假装要搓，把它起得好，所以压力就很重。然后后面有机会的时候，没有办法重杀的切杀那个点位置，他有办法重杀的重杀距离很短，然后给他很远，然后找到机会去搓。搓的目的是。 让他们
players return to court after that thrilling opening game. Wang Tzu Wei coming from 5-15 down to win it 21-19. Simply extraordinary. Now this is going to be a test of character for the 20-year-old Indonesian. Alwi Farhan has gone this wide because he will be feeling bitterly disappointed that he didn't take that open game, having had such an advantage. But somehow he needs to put that out of his mind. All the coaches and psychologists will say, oh, forget the opening game. I can tell you as a player, it's far, far more complex than that. You can't just forget it. Very early on for a challenge. He's right.
Collection out.
Super. Well, I suggested in the opening game that Wang Tzu Wei took a little more initiative and starting to dictate the pace. He's done precisely that. And I suggest that Alwi Farhan, now to counteract that, I think he needs to take control of the front of the court and start forcing some lifts so that I don't think Farhan has such a lethal smash. He's got a good smash, all right. Oh dear. Well, so much for my theory, take control of the front of the court. That was absolutely pounced on. Well, I don't think that's necessarily the wrong tactics. It was just the wrong moment to be playing back to the net there. Alwi Farhan has got some lovely placements of his overhead shots, and as we saw in the opening game, some wonderful drop shots like that. Good rally. Let's go wide. Me. Looks at his coach to ask the question, would it have gone wide of the sideline? I'm almost certain it would have done. Always a tricky player, Wang Tzu Wei, he always has been. He's had a couple of wins over the great Lin Dan, a couple of wins over former world and Olympic champion Chen Long. Can't ever write him off. That rally just a moment ago was 36 shots. He's pushed it long.
7-2.
Well, since Alwi Farhan led 15-5 in the opening game, he's won 6 points since then. both these players are entered into the Australian Open next week in Sydney. But neither of these players can qualify for the World Tour finals next month in Hangzhou. Pushed it long, yes, there's a bit of drift. Definitely a lengthways drift from the far side of the court. Shuttle flying faster, coming towards Wang Tzu Wei, which means that during the rallies, the shuttle flying faster coming towards us as we're looking down there.
10-3.
Nice. Well, he used the body smash to good effect in the opening game. Alwi Farhan. Oh my goodness me. What an exchange at the net. Wonderful play for the rally won by Wang Tzu Wei. That's such good thinking by Wang Tzu Wei, just guiding the shuttle into the open space across court, and he has an 11-4 lead in the second game. Mind you, Alwi Farhan had an 11-4 lead in game number 1 and he couldn't convert. So still wide open.
Hot one, 20 seconds. Wait, yes, back on. 11-4. Play.
So the umpire calls for play to resume. 11-4 the advantage to Wang Tzu Wei, having already won the opening game. And that's drifted wide.
12-4.
Oh, my goodness, he almost lost his footing. Super! Oh no! He's pushed it long, he wants to challenge. Wang Tzu Wei was nowhere near it. Anywhere near the back of the court would have sufficed. And he's pushed this long, that's heartbreaking. And he's pushed it long. What a pity from the Indonesian's perspective.
13-4. Play.
No one goes long. That just proves my theory on the drift.
14-4.
moderate concerns is what he might. Oof. Nice to have some young fans here enjoying the badminton. Exchanges, and that's not giving Wang Tzu Wei the chance to hit in a downward direction. That's a nice punch there. Well, the umpire telling Alwi Farhan to change the shuttle. He didn't want to. That's unusual for an umpire to side with the player receiving. Good defence. Super. We begin to see a mirror image of the opening game. Well, it was 15-5 in the opening game. The player in the lead didn't manage to convert. Now Alwi Farhan has started this comeback at 4-14 down. 4 straight points. Points. Well, Alwi Farhan is getting a little bit irritated that Wang Tzu Wei isn't ready to receive. The lift was only about the double service line. Where Wang Tzu Wei's feet are. On the double service line. That's right. Well, I like the opening game. This is really becoming absolutely riveting. Oh, the flick serve. Oh, it's long. He's challenging. And if he's wrong on this challenge, he's got no challenges left. I think this challenge is a little rash, to be honest. hitting with the drift. Here we go. Yeah, it was long. No challenges remaining.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenge pending. Service foul. 16.
That could be costly.
Play.
Just 3 points away from the quarter-final. Oh, that has been completely mistimed that.
11 and 10.
Yeah, to see Alwi Farhan's getting very irritated that Wang Tzu Wei, in his opinion, is wasting time. He turns the shuttle into the net. It takes longer to... Here we go. What does the umpire say?
Get ready quicker. No delay.
Well, the umpire had a word. We didn't see it, but I can tell you the umpire had a word with Wang Tzu Wei, saying we've got to be quicker. Nice. Flat fast exchanges.
20, match point, 12.
And won by Wang Tzu Wei, and his supporters there will be mightily delighted about that. Match point opportunities, 8 of them to be precise. First time of asking. 21-19, 21-12. A match lasting 43 minutes. An extraordinary opening game for Wang Tzu Wei, coming from 5-15 down to win it 21-19. Final rally and the moment of victory. That first quarter-final since the Japan Open. Obviously likes playing here in Japan. So they take leave of centre stage as we get confirmation of the score. 21-19, 21-12 in 43 minutes. Wang Tzu Wei through to the quarter-final. Well, plenty of young fans here in Kumamoto, and it really is wonderful to see because there's some of the best badminton players on the planet here at the Kumamoto Masters. Well, we've had a fascinating day so far, and this next match should also be just as fascinating because it is the former World Championship bronze medalists and semi-finalists here 2 years ago, Wang Tzu Wei and TPE of Malaysia up against Midorikawa and Yamashita from Japan.